Hey guys, I'm Nick Fitzgerald and I am today's tutor. Today's topic is going to be an insight into barbering. You're not going to need any equipment for this, just chill out and listen. So what we're going to talk about today is what attracted me to the industry initially, a bit of a talk through about my sort of personal journey. We're going to go through routes into the industry, day-to-day skills that you will use as a barber, highs and lows of the job, and a little bit of advice for anyone that wanted to sort of get into barbering. So what attracted me to the industry? I wanted to work with my hands. I was 27 years old when I went back to college to retrain as a barber. I was working as a welder, and it wasn't for me. My kind of image and lifestyle suited barbering. It seems to sort of swing very closely to the tattooing industry, and like I said, my sort of own image lent and suited to that. I want to be my own boss. I want to be self-employed. I wanted to have the freedom to do my own thing, and barbering is a brilliant way of being able to do that. So my personal journey, like I said, I was 27 when I went back to college. Never held a pair of clippers in my life, and the first day it was horrible. I did not enjoy it, but it was something so kind of alien to me, I suppose. But I wanted to stuck at it for a little bit. Really started enjoying it. Hair is such a fun kind of material to work with. It's brilliant, the amount of sort of shapes and things you can create with it. Yeah, it's so much fun. So I came out of college with Student of the Year award. That was something that I'd never kind of dreamed of, and sort of it meant it was better going for me to go back to college at the age I did. I was a lot more mature, and sort of paying for a privilege, you tend to pay a bit more attention to what's going on. I came out of college. I went straight into shop floor, straight behind the chair, and I sort of picked up as much experience as I could over the next 6 months. I was then given an opportunity to open a second shop for the business, for gardeners, and so I went and did that, and that was a very kind of exciting time. I mean, I was still brand new into the industry and given the responsibility of opening a shop, so no pressure, but it definitely makes you step your game up, and that's something that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that kind of pressure. I worked well under it. I did a convention as well, the Barbering convention, the UK Barber Show. I was on the World Barber stage. That was a really sick day. It was such a fun day. Great experience. You get a little microphone put on, you get this little pack behind your back. There's like 4 guys, there's yourself and 3 other guys on the stage with me. And yeah, there was sort of, it was like 60, 70 people perhaps in the audience. Being sort of, I must have only been 2 years in, yeah, maybe 2 years in at this point. So still really fresh, and to kind of be on stage, great experience. I really enjoyed that. I've also just taken a tutoring role over at Leek College. That's where I did my MVQs initially. So I've now gone back as part of their barbering team and delivering some of the level 3 MVQ modules, which is something I'm really kind of enjoying at the minute. I find it so rewarding. Ooh, pardon me. And yeah, something that I'm so glad I got into. I mean, I never kind of dreamt of being a business owner. That was that was yeah, that was a big achievement. That's something I kind of, like I say, I never ever dreamed of that. That's one thing that I was so kind of proud to achieve. Is being a director of gardeners now. So, you know, being a business owner, sick achievement, something that it's brilliant, because you give them the freedom again. It gives you a bit more financial freedom, and yeah, it's just again, it's a lifestyle I love, absolutely love. So yeah, the shows are sick. Obviously, we've had the pandemics and things like that, so other conventions and stuff haven't been able to go ahead, which is a real shame. Hopefully, they will be up and running again soon. If you get the chance to go and check one out, go and check one out, and you'll see, you know, close up. There's so much talent at these shows. It is a real showcase of talent. The atmosphere in there is always electric. They're brilliant. So definitely go and check them out. Routes into the industry. So you got college, like myself. I did a night class because I was working around my 9 to 5. I still need to bring cash in to keep the bills covered. So the only way I could do that was to train around my kind of working hours. But you've got apprenticeships are a brilliant route in. You're going to spend the majority of time on the shop floor, and then you'll back up all that knowledge with the theory work and things like that through the college. But you're only there sort of minimal time. So that's sort of really lends itself well, because you're, like I say, you're on the shop floor, you gain experience, and that's your arena. That's where you're going to learn. Obviously, you get your full-time, part-time courses at college as well. So time dependent on the person, I guess. I mean, they teach the same thing. It just depends how long you want to learn it for. Conservatories, bedrooms, people learn at home. There's so much information on YouTube, on Instagram. There's so many videos, there's so many tutorials. Find a couple of barbers you like, watch their stuff and put it into practice. All you need is good lighting and, you know, minimal kit. You can get it done. And again, so it's a brilliant way of learning. It's such a hands-on job. You have to do it to be able to learn it. And again, me being such a practical person, that's something that I really enjoy about the job, because you never know what's going to come walking through the door. So you've got to be able to kind of know exactly how you're going to tackle something, how we're going to create this haircut, how we're going to create a style, how we're going to create this. Got to be able to pull it out like that. So day-to-day skills, you got to have sort of good basic money skills with cash handling. We're taking payments from clients, we're giving change to clients. We need to make sure that, hey, we take enough, kind of money for the service we've provided. We need to make sure we're giving the correct change. We don't want to be ripping our clients off, not giving them enough change and things like that. That's not what we're about. You need basic maths for things like our cutting angles, our tension angles, as these are key in creating different looks, different shapes. It's all done with which direction we pull in the hair, which angle we cut in the hair. And again, these are sort of your foundations, and everything's built upon them. Highs and lows of the job. I work with my mates. I'm in business with one of my best mates. It's brilliant. I don't really go to work. I hang out with my friends and I cut hair in between. And we do it well. But I absolutely want, that's having that freedom to be able to do that. That's the biggest high of the job, just working with my mates. Meeting people. You're going to meet everyone. Every level of society is going to come through your door, and you've got to be able to know how to interact with everyone, in terms of sort of conversation and especially consultation. That is the most important thing. Even if you can't have a conversation with someone, you need to know how to have the consultation with them, because this is going to sort of set the whole scene for the haircut you carry out. Conversation skills, super important. But I enjoy talking to people. Everyone's got a story. I'm the guy that likes listening to it. So for me, that's brilliant, and it helps tick my day over a lot quicker. because you're spending sort of 30, 45 minutes with someone, and you get another person in 30, 45 minutes, and that just rolls over, rolls over, rolls over. So you just get this, this chain of people. So days are brilliant because they're so varied. And again, that's something I love about the job. Definite hires, you don't know what's coming through the door. That's exciting. Because you could be on your game all the time. It could be a skin fade coming through. It could be a kid's haircut coming through. It could be a scissor cut coming through. It could be an all over grade. You don't know what's coming through until they sit in a chair. And that's sort of what I really enjoy is variation. And everyone's head's different. Everyone's hair's different. You never do the same haircut twice. And it's brilliant. And you've got to be so adaptable when it comes to working with hair, because like I say, there's you never do the same haircut twice. And it's not just like, I just used to look at hair and think, it's hair, that ain't important. It's all the same kind of generic material, but it's not. There's so many different types of it, and it's learning how to work with each one and how to make the most of what people have got in order to bring out the best quality haircut that you possibly can. Because that's what we're doing. Ultimately, the haircut's in there. We never add anything. We're always taking away. We're sculpting. We're taking a mass and we're making it smaller. So the haircut's always there. You just got to get in there and find it. And that's where your foundations come in. That's where the knowledge comes in how to approach, all the different haircuts. Sort of being able to plan my own time, that's a big thing for me. Definite high of the job. I don't start work till 11 o'clock in the morning. I finish at 7 at night. If people want me later, then we're there later. I mean, we can work till 8, 9, half 9, 10. It doesn't matter, but we know we've got that sort of free time in the morning to be able to catch up on a bit of sleep or catch up on jobs and things like that. So that's nice to have. Loads of the job, it can be boring. It can be really boring sometimes when there's not a lot going on. The pandemic has obviously moved the goalpost slightly for barbers, what with the closure after closure after closure. Obviously, there's no consistency still on the high street. People are coming out, people are staying at home, don't stay home, don't come out, stay. Do you know what I mean? And this has such an impact on businesses. So at the minute, there's a lot of there can be a lot of downtime. It's just keeping yourself entertained. I watch kind of barbering tutorials. We play darts. We've got a dartboard in one of the shop. Just people watch sometimes. It's wicked. But yeah, you've got to keep yourself busy. Any advice I would give to a young person? Try it. Just try it. Give it a go. I mean, a bit of basic kit, it's not hard to get hold of. Probably everyone knows someone that's got a set of clippers. Just try it. Get a mate, get a family member, give it a try. You're only going to know if you give it a try. I would say if you are definitely going to go into it, you need to invest into your kit. That's not to sort of heavily invest into your kit. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of pounds, but you do need to get professional standard kit, if that makes sense. You're using these tools daily, so you get the best quality that you can afford. They will pay you back, but definitely sort of invest in your kit. Practice. That's the biggest bit of advice I can give. Just practice. The more time you got scissors in your hand, the more time you got clippers in your hand, the more comfortable you're going to get. It's all about practice. Again, find a couple barbers you like, perhaps on Instagram, and just watch their tutorials, learn from their tutorials, and put into practice what you see, and you'll develop. That's one of the great things about this industry is it's non-stop. It's forever changing. There's no standstill with it. It's a fashion industry, and we're kind of finding now that guys are taking so much more interest in how they look, paying so much more attention to how they look. And, you know, your haircut, your barber, he's the guy that's going to decide if you're getting roasted for the next 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? We hold a lot of responsibility, and we've, especially coming out of pandemic, customers saying how good it feels to get a haircut. You know, we're social creatures. This is something that people have missed. And it's sick to be able to do it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Definitely, guys, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. That is the top bit of advice I can give you. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.